We're in Yellowstone Canyon. We're going to head down to the structure areas. It's been about 11 months since we've been here last. I come here a couple days ago, but I didn't hike down to the structures. I just hiked in about a half mile to a mile is all. We tried getting in here the second week of June, and there was just too much snow to get a vehicle even close to where we needed to be to hike in. Look what I found, folks. Hiking up here Yellowstone Canyon, bigfooting. When I first see the color, I couldn't see the entire creature, so you know your heart stops for a second thinking, oh, Bigfoot, because this is the color that everybody says they are. But a couple of moose. Looks like a mama and her last year's calf. I'm not going to get too close to them. If you can't tell, I've zoomed in for you guys. Definitely don't want to get too close to a cow and her baby. Moose kill more people in North America every year than bears do. So I'm right at their comfort level and mine. But this is one of the perks of bigfooting, is the wildlife that you get to see in the area. Alright, well, I'm just gonna move on my way. Obviously they're here for a reason. I don't want to harass them or upset them in any way, so there you go. Couple of moose, Yellowstone Canyon. We found another what looks kind of like a territorial marker here in Yellowstone Canyon. I mean, these logs that are made out of are huge. And, don't know if this is natural or purposely made, but it looks similar to some of the territorial structures that we find. There's some snap-offs over here close to it. Some snap-offs over here too, Brody. I actually think we recorded some of these last year when we were here. There's a snap-off right there. One right here. Take some photos too.
Unless it broke and then slipped down a little bit to where it sits now.
This is not one of the structures on our GPS map overlay, but it is a structure. And Brody was just pointing out how this one right here goes perfectly right up into the crotch of that tree. It is a structure area, but who knows if this is deadfall coincidental. Thought I would film it regardless. This is not one of them that we've added to our GPS project. I'll film some of those when we come up to them. The ones that we film are the ones that you can tell that every dang log practically was relocated. Here's a tree that's upside down in orientation. There's the broken end up in the air. And then if you follow it down, there's the top of the tree. So, odd set of circumstances, or was it placed here deliberately? Have no idea why they make markers and stuff. Possibly a way to communicate with each other. Don't know if that's one of them, but thought I would film it for you. This is the structure that's near Milkweed that's number 1 on our GPS map overlay for Yellowstone Canyon. And every one of these has been relocated. There's the bottoms of the logs, and they're shoved up into a host pine tree. Try to get a better angle so you guys can see it. But yeah, look at the bottoms of these logs. These didn't grow here. These were relocated and placed. And they're by an area that's just plentiful with milkweed, which is a food source for people. So I'm sure animals enjoy it too. But we call these teepee style territorial structures. We found another teepee style structure with relocated logs. That one right there, you can easily tell that it's been relocated. There isn't a root system, and then it's part of a bigger structure. And I already walked over and made sure that those were relocated. And it's a pine tree, a dying dead pine tree. It looks like they're using as a host to lay those up against. But we just left one major structure and we're on our way to another one and stumbled across this one. This is one of my favorite structures on our map overlay project. It's just so delicately balanced. This is the one that Brody found about 4 years ago that led us into the area. There's one at Bear Wallow that's bigger than this, that's balanced the same way. But look at that, there's no ropes or anything holding it together. There's a branch with it's a hook in it. And they've used that to make this structure here with relocated material. Look at this one, you can see the roots of this one. This is not where this one grew. This one was shoved into place here. But these surround some food sources. Strawberries, raspberries are just abundant up here, milkweed, and then there's a couple of mountaintop springs and a lot of what would I call it, milkweed, Bigfoot salad, and then the ponds are just chock full of frogs. I mean, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of frogs up there. This is structure number 2 on our GPS map overlay. This is one of the structures we feel significant enough that we track it and come back and check up on it every once in a while. And here's a large structure. It's only about a dozen feet away from a structure we're studying, but look how all the tops crisscross onto the same tree. And this one's relocated. That grew somewhere else and was placed here. That one over there looks like it grew right there and was pushed over. But there's a lot of logs that are a part of this one. We know that not every structure was Bigfoot. Some of them can be a coincidence of nature, deadfall falling this way and that way, but when you get into some Bigfoot sighting areas, you start to wonder I'm sure it's going to take someone seeing someone make one, but as a matter of fact, up here near the springs, we could see where a log was picked up off the ground where it had laid and possibly put up into one of these structures.
The one that snapped out.
Look at this structure. It's got 2 logs that are actually suspended in the air. See, that one's not touching the ground either. A lot of coincidences around here. I can go to places and just hike for days on end and never find anything, and then we get into these Bigfoot sighting places and we start finding these structures that are left and right, and people blame it on deadfall. Yes, some, most can be in fact deadfall, but we really think they're significant with Bigfoot activity. We're coming up on the Meadow. We just got done hiking Yellowstone Canyon, which is off that direction. And then this meadow over here, a lot of free rangers bring their cattle up here to graze. And the tree line I'm pointing at right now is where the screams came from. We just entered the tree line over there, past this old homesteading fence. But this isn't too far from the trailhead and the road. But anyway, it started screaming at us. You could tell it was directed at us. 5 haunting screams, and it scared the crap out of the cows. Any cattle that were anywhere close to that tree line rushed across in our direction. And I'll keep the camera rolling. I think there's a couple of cows out here already. I think the free rangers have already brought a few up. We're at 10,000 feet elevation, and I've been gasping for air today, big time. Even brought a bottle of oxygen that is almost gone. But that's the Meadow. I'm sure any of you guys that follow us has heard us talk about it. And this is the old homesteader fence. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to climb over a broken part of this old fence. It's amazing, you'll get out in the middle of nowhere, on the tops of the mountains, and then you'll come across these 100-year-old homesteads. You know, they probably gave it a shot and realized the conditions are too hard, especially in the winter up here. But yeah, we were probably, I don't know, 50 yards into that tree line when it started screaming from over there. And I've never seen cattle run so damn fast, it was funny. And there's Brody and Hobbs over there. Brody's got the parabolic this time, so anything crazy happens this time, hopefully we get it.